Hi everyone, today I'm going to be showing you how to crochet these shorts. The finished product is a little bit of a loose fit, it's a relaxed fit. I have included more information about the pattern in the description below, as well as a link to the written pattern, which will give you sizes XXS up to 3XL. So for specific sizing step-by-step instructions, go ahead and click the link to obtain the written pattern and you can follow along to this tutorial. Also, I have included details on the materials that you're going to need, so please take a look at that information in the description below. For now, let's go ahead and just jump right into the pattern. All right, so we're going to begin by making our starting loop. Wrap the yarn around your finger, pull up a little bit of the bottom piece, and push a bit of the top piece through and pull to form your ring. Go ahead and get that onto your hook, and we're going to begin with a chain of 8. So yarn over your hook, pull right through the loop. Yarn over and pull through the loop. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so now you've got 8 loops on your hook. We're going to single crochet into that second loop from our hook. Okay, so let's do another one. Push your hook through that next chain, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through both loops on your hook. And you're just going to go ahead and continue working 1 single crochet into each remaining chain down the row. Now, because we started in the second chain from our hook, you'll have 1 stitch less than your starting chain. So we're going to have a total of 7 stitches by the end of this row. All right, so there you have your first row of single crochets. We're going to chain 1 and turn our work, and now we're going to be working in the back loop. So we're going to work back loop single crochets into each stitch down the row. Now, depending on the size that you're working on is how you'll determine how many rows you're going to do. You're going to put your hook into the back loop of that first stitch, yarn over, pull up your loop, yarn over, and pull through both loops on your hook to complete it like a regular single crochet stitch. You're going to do that all the way down, and you're going to do this for the next few rows. So at the end of the row, you're going to chain 1, turn your work, and continue on with 1 back loop single crochet into each stitch all the way down. Now, if you're following my written pattern, you're just going to do it for the amount of rows recommended depending on the size that you're working on. The written pattern is from XXS right up to 3XL. So depending on what size you're working on is how many rows you'll work. Now, if you're just working off of measurements, you'll want to go about 2 inches smaller than the waist size desired, because you want to allow for that stitch that happens with the yarn. You don't want it to be too overstretched. So now once you have the waist size that you need, the amount of rows you need for the waist size, you're going to fold your work in half, lining up the short edges of your work, because now we're going to close and connect them. We're going to connect them to close it and create a seam. So we're going to connect them with slip stitches all the way through, working. Let's push our hook into the first stitch here, and you want to line it up right on the other side. So you're working through both sides of your work, yarn over and pull right through the loop on your hook to complete a slip stitch. And you're going to do that all the way down. You're just going to work 1 slip stitch into each stitch all the way down, being sure to work through both sides so that you close it and create your seam.
Can you imagine the malpractice case that your family would have against me? Sorry, I don't make the rules. I just live by them. Friday, 2:15 then.
3 examining rooms back here. Spacious reception area. Just like in the big city, huh?
That's just the problem. I spend my life in this office. This is exactly the kind of office I'm trying to get away from.
Did I mention this has the...
Okay, so right now our work is inside out. We want to flip it around the right way. So I'm just pulling a little bit up so I don't drop my stitch there. Flip your work around so it's not inside out anymore and get the loop back on your hook. Now we're going to chain 1 and we're going to single crochet evenly all the way around. So you want to line up your stitches with each row that you just worked, okay? because right now you're working along the side of your work that we just did. So there's no stitches to follow. So just make sure that when you're working your single crochets, that you're lining them up with each row that you just worked. So by the time that you finish this round, however many rows you did for your waistband of the back loop single crochets, that's how many stitches you should have by the end of this round. So go ahead and finish that all the way around. When you get back to the beginning, we're going to close the round with a slip stitch in that chain one space from the beginning, and then come back. Okay, so now that we're back here at the beginning, as I mentioned, we're just going to close that round with a slip stitch, and now we're going to chain 2 to start our next round. We're going to work double crochets in every stitch around. So yarn over, push your hook into that first stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop. You have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through the first 2, yarn over, and pull through the last 2 loops. Again, we're going to work another double crochet in the next stitch and in each stitch around the row. So take note of this row that you're working right now. These double crochets will act as the band that we can weave our drawstring in and out of at the end of our project. So go ahead and finish working your double crochets all the way around, close with a slip stitch at the top of your chain 2, and then come back and I'll show you what we're going to do next. All right, so now for our next round, we're going to chain 1 and we're going to work 2 half double crochets in the first stitch. So you're going to yarn over your hook, push your hook through that first stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through all 3 loops on your hook. Again, in the same stitch, another half double crochet. So you had 2 in the first, now we're going to work 1 half double crochet in the next, 2 half double crochets in the following stitch, 1 half double crochet in the next, and you're going to repeat that all the way around. When you get back to the beginning, you're going to close with a slip stitch and then come back. All right, so just closing my round there with a slip stitch. And now this next step, you're going to chain 1 and we're just working 1 half double crochet in every stitch all the way around. You're going to do this for the next however many rounds you need for the length of the shorts before you get to the legs. So again, if you're just working off of your measurements, your own measurements, then just keep on going until you get to the length that you want the shorts to be before having to do the crotch to split the 2 leg holes. If you're following my written pattern, it's spelled out there for you from size double extra small up till 3 extra large. So go ahead and just finish up those rows and then come back. Okay, so now is where we're going to be creating that crotch piece to separate the leg holes. So you're going to want to make sure that you are marking that the exact halfway point with a stitch marker of where you're going to connect your chain that we're about to work, which is going to create that crotch piece to separate the 2 leg holes. Now, the length of the chain really depends on how the space that you're going to want between the front and the back of your shorts, which is going to help determine the size of the leg holes and the looseness of the shorts. So I recommend if you're just working off of your own sizing, your own measurements, then work this chain piece, connect it, and try it on. And just make sure that you're happy with the fit and then move on to the leg hole pieces. If you're following my written pattern, it is spelled out there how many chains you should work depending on what size that you're working on. So let's just go ahead, make your chain. We're going to work our chain piece here. And we're going to, once you have your chains done, I'm just going to finish up mine right now. I want a bit of a looser fit for my shorts. Not too loose, but not super tight personally. All right, so now we're working that chain. Once you have your chain done, we're going to connect it with a slip stitch. Just make sure it's not twisted. So over here, I've marked my piece, the stitch that I need to connect to in the exact center of my work. And I'm going to slip stitch to connect it. You can take out that stitch marker now. Turn your work so you're ready to begin the first leg hole round. And we're going to work a chain 1. Now we're going to be working just half double crochets all the way around, and you're going to go right over that chain that we just worked and close with a slip stitch in the chain 1 space. And you're just going to keep on repeating, working your half double crochets in each stitch all the way around. So go ahead and work however many half double crochets you need to for your leg hole. And of course, if you're following the written pattern, please reference the size that you're working on to determine how many rounds you need to do. And then come back and I'll show you what we're going to do next. Okay, so now that you've finished all of those rounds, you're just going to chain 1 and work 1 single crochet into each stitch all the way around. It just gives a little bit of a cleaner finish. So just go ahead and work 1 single crochet in every stitch around, close with a slip stitch in that chain 1 space, and then come back. Okay, so now that you've finished that round of single crochet, pull up a bit for a tail end there, fasten off your yarn, pull the rest of that through, and you can take out your stitch marker, of course. Okay, go ahead and grab your hook. We're going to reattach now back here at the bottom of that chain that we made to separate the leg holes. Just grabbing my yarn. We're going to make a starting loop and get that onto your hook. So pull that through to reconnect your yarn here and chain 1. And we're going to be doing the same thing. You're going to work your half double crochets into every single stitch all the way around. And you're going to do it obviously for the same amount of rows that you just worked. So it'll be a total of 8 rounds of half double crochets, being sure to work right over this other side of that chain and close with your slip stitch. Repeat the same thing as you did for the other legs. So the 8 rounds of half double crochet, 1 round of single crochet, and then come back and I will show you how we're going to finish up with the drawstring. Okay, so for the drawstring, let's go ahead and grab our yarn, make a starting loop, and get that onto our hook. We're going to work a chain. The chain is going to have to be quite a bit bigger than the waist. Well, not quite a bit, but big enough that you can wrap it around the waist and tie it in a bow and have a little bit of hang. So go ahead and work that chain to the desired length and then come back. Okay, so now we're going to slip stitch into the second chain from our hook. It's a little tricky for me anyway, doing that first slip stitch. There we go. So you're just going to work 1 slip stitch into every single chain all the way down. So starting in the second chain from the hook and then every single chain all the way down the row, you're just going to keep on working those slip stitches because you don't want the drawstring to just be a chain. It's not very durable. So finish your slip stitches and then come back. Okay, here we are back at the beginning. Go ahead and fasten that off and pull that little piece through. I just double knot the end of my drawstrings. No real need to have to weave it in and out. It's not coming undone, but you can if you want to. If you wanted to use a tapestry needle and weave it in and out of some of the stitches, I just do like this and fasten off the very ends there. Okay, so now let's go ahead and get our drawstring into our shorts. Okay, so just get your shorts and find that back seam there. Right at the back, line it up, make sure that it's even with the front. I really do recommend laying the shorts flat and just make sure that it's the front and the back are even. Find the exact center of the back of your shorts. You might want to use your hook to pull it through. It could be a little bit tricky. I'm just taking a look and making sure that I have it lined up good. Okay, so I'm using my hook just to kind of get myself started here. And might need it for weaving in and out of a few of them. It can be a little bit tricky, so whatever way that you prefer. But I'm just pulling this right through, getting it started there. And all right, so you're going to want to pull your drawstring and have it right in half at the very back center of your shorts. That's how you want to start it out, because then it'll evenly weave in and out of each side. So now we're going to go over, we went under that first post, we're going to go over the next one, push it through the hole, pull it under the following post. And that's all you're doing. You're just weaving it in and out. So you're going over, under those double crochet posts that we worked near the beginning. Remember when I mentioned take note of this round, because it's what you're going to use to weave your drawstrings. So go ahead and just finish up weaving those drawstrings in and out on each side all the way around, and you're done. I hope that you've enjoyed this pattern. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and have a look at the helpful links in the description below.